Welcome back to the channel, so Noir. Alright, so I just watched the first episode to Masamune-kun no Revenge. This looks like it's definitely going to be a very interesting show for the winter. Alright, so from the description of the show, and from what I see in the first episode, basically the show follows Masamune Makable-kun as he carries out his plans for revenge. Basically a slight backstory, as you as you will see in the show if you watch it and if you read the description. Basically, when he was younger, he was fat and short, obviously, um, and pretty much bullied for it too. He confessed his love to this one girl whose name is Aki Adagaki, I believe, but she rejected him, calling him pig's foot because he was fat. So, as a way to exact his revenge, he basically, in the next, I can't tell, but like several years, basically, now he's in high school. He's he's muscular. He's attractive. He's husbando material, basically. Oh my gosh! Like seriously, we only get like slight flashbacks, but and we saw a picture of him at the end of the episode, which they, for some reason, had covered in the beginning. I don't know why, but that seems pretty stupid. But yeah, we see, like I said, we see a picture of him, and we see slight flashbacks of him as a child when he made his confession to this girl. Um, but now, like, what are the odds that he'd be going to the same school as the girl he's trying to get revenge on? Basically, Aki is not a nice girl. Like, she appears nice to other girls because girls are like so amazed by her because she's so blunt and everything. Um, but in actuality, she hates guys. She turns any guy down publicly who thinks they have a chance for her. She has servants and she does background checks on any guy that confesses to her, which was pretty bad at the beginning at this in this episode because one guy confessed to her like right at the beginning of the school day, and she spilled all his secrets and gave him, I believe, the cruel nickname Molio, because she said that he had a hair going from a mole right here on his shoulder. So basically, his reputation is down the drain. And then she went to Makabe's class and rejected a guy in front of the entire class during lunch because he sent her a love letter, and because she saw him as soft and weak, she called him Pudding Prince, which, one, in my opinion, doesn't sound like that bad of a nickname. But after calling him that, she tore up his love letter and then walked out like it was no big deal. My God. She makes me look innocent. I'm sorry, that was a joke. Ugh. I haven't eaten, so my brain flipped to something else. I'm sorry. But basically, so after finding out who she is, Makabe basically is finding dirt on her to put his revenge plan into action. To basically, now that he's attractive, um, his plan is to get her to fall in love with him, and then publicly humiliate her by rejecting her like that, like the way she rejected him. But given how this show goes, I don't think he'll probably have the guts to do it. I'm not saying he's soft. I'm just saying that maybe as the show goes on, they will fall in love and maybe they will get together. So maybe by then he'll have forgotten all about his revenge plan. But I'm just projecting my my suspicions on the show. If it happens, it happens, and I'll be happy. If it doesn't, and he actually does go through his plan to reject her, as hot as he is, I think if he does that, his popularity polls in school with the girls will basically decline. Um, Aside from that, we were introduced to some other characters whose sadly their names escape me. But basically, first impression of the show, like I said earlier, this is going to be a very good show, especially since it seems like they both have dirt on each other. Like I think after finding out what his name is, she remembered him. Because at the end of the episode, I think she had one of her servants put a letter in his shoe locker, which had the words "pig's foot" written on the card. So maybe she knows who he is just by his name and remembered him. On top, or maybe she just did a little digging to remember him. On top of that, he found out that she eats a lot of food because she's prone to hypoglycemia. I believe that's how you pronounce that word. So she has to constantly keep her sugar up to eat. She has to constantly eat to keep her sugar up. So whether he uses that kind of dirt on her or not, we'll see. Actually, so like I said, first impression, this is definitely gonna be a good show, and I highly recommend it. Not because Makabe is husbando material, but because Aki is also waifu material, and this show will definitely be like a good roller coaster ride. Um, that's this video. Leave your comments down below, like, share, and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all next time. Luna out.